I mean, we've talked about it before, but it's insane to me that. Well, let's make one thing clear. Everton, this would be technically their second point deduction, and then obviously Forest on top of that. But in terms of the difference between the two, is the fact that within the year that they already played guilty, they found more evidence. So they followed up on it. And then for the following year, Everton had the same exact problem. The crazy thing is, there's one charge, or maybe we don't know exactly how many charges there are against Everton, but technically, if we're speaking about this, it came out of nowhere, just because we already talked about Everton. They got points deducted, and then again, we're sitting here talking about Man City with 115 charges. The problem with that is, I mean, obviously now we found out there's finally a set date for Manchester City. In terms of it will be after next season
to go to court.
The reason why it's taking so long is because they've been paying lawyers all this time just to, I don't want to say waste the Premier League's time, but in a way,
just to delay.
It's a delay tactic for years and years. Because today we were watching Mark Goldbridge, and he said, I don't remember the exact years, but he said the charges were from 2011 until 2017. That's the period of time. Every single year, they've added more and more and more and more charges. And then obviously they're adding more charges now because of the delay tactics and all that. So it's a good thing that we finally have not an exact date, but we do have some type of a frame to where they're going to go to court. The problem is the Premier League is changing the rules for the financial fair play after the season in August. This was talked about on Bein Sport, and nobody knew about it until they brought it up because they have apparently somebody that works for the Premier League, and they told them inside info. So they're changing the rules after the season.
In which way?
That nobody knows. So we don't know, but they're going to change it.
That they're going to change.
Yeah, they're going to change rules. The problem I have with that is, one, you're charging Everton based on the current rules. And then if Manchester City, let's say the rules are changed in their favor, well, where are we going to charge them based on the rules that they change? Because that wouldn't be fair.
Well, yeah, but that depends on whether the rules are going to get stricter or they're going to loosen up the rules, right? Because if they get stricter, then they're going to get screwed even more.
Well, if they get stricter, it's fair play. It's for everyone. That's an even field. Because you can't put it on Everton, deduct them 20 points this season, and then, you know what? We messed up. We shouldn't treat, like that. Like, for example, right now, if Everton get deducted 10 more points, and then next year, according to the rules, Everton don't get deducted at all, and they change the money, the profit losses, whatever you look at it. Like, if Everton are found innocent next year, according to those rules, then that's a big problem, because you're kind of in a hurry to charge Everton twice in one season, and then you're kind of letting it go. So it's very interesting to me how all of that is being incorporated into the following season when they do change the rules. And another thing is, I mean, there's a whole list of things about Manchester City, but politics play a huge part in it. Obviously, I don't remember the exact wording, but it's pretty much that the Premier League will look really, really bad, and the UK will look absolutely terrible if Man City are found guilty because of the situation they're in with their government or whatever.
So, well, the sheik, the owner of Manchester City, he is again, I don't know the wording exactly, but he's an ally of the government in terms of the business that they do politically. So if if Manchester City gets found guilty, it's essentially saying that he is committing fraud and all of these charges, and that doesn't look good for the UK because they're partners with him.